following is not the aim of strategic supply management? Option A. Develop a supplier network that can cater to raw material requirements with minimum lead time. Option B. Focus on customers whose lifetime value is very profitable. C. Ensuring proper communication and information systems that will ensure robust functioning of organization. Option D. Frequent changing of suppliers and sales dealerships.
Which is
Option D.
D.
frequent changes. Okay, that's not correct. Other elements are form part of supply chain. Next.
Which of the following best describes total quality management? Option A. Identifying the cost drivers for a company as major activities. Option B. Applying a zero effect philosophy aimed at embedding awareness of quality in all organizational processes. Option C. Tracking cost and revenues attributable to each product over its life cycle. Option D. Measuring how low the cost of the product needs to be by reducing the desired profit margin from the expected selling price.
B.
Describe the TQM. Yeah. Applying a zero effect
B.
philosophy aimed at embedding awareness quality. Yes. B is the correct answer. Am I right? Effect should not be there, and quality we want to maintain. That's the main aim behind TQM. Next.
Healthcare produces specialized medical equipment used by a number of medical practitioners. It has identified a critical success factor, that is, customers should find zero defects with the medical equipment, aim for zero defect sale units. Which of the following would be a key performance indicator that directly relates the zero defect sale, that is CSF identified above? Option A. Training hours imparted to the manufacturing staff about in quality control for manufacturing process. B. Cost of product returns and replacement cost. C. Cost of inspection and testing. D. Quality certifications from external agencies.
So zero defect, what is important? We have to avoid external failure.
External.
Cost of product return and replacement cost we have to. Am I right? B is the correct.
External failure.
Yes.
A Limited is going to introduce total quality management in its company. State whether and why the following are valid or not for the successful implementation of TQM. First one, some departments serves both the external and internal customers. These departments have been advised to focus on satisfying the needs of the external customers. 2. Eliminate wastage of time by avoiding documentation and procedures. Option A, both are valid. B, both are invalid. C, statement 1 is valid. Option D, statement 2 is valid.
So, eliminating wastage, avoiding documentation is not correct. Am I right? Some department focus on this. The department has to be advised to focus satisfy the external. So both the statements are not correct only. Am I right? So in TQM, we have to satisfy all the customer, both internal and external customer. But in first statement, they are telling only external customer you have to satisfy. That is not the correct one. And documentation is must. So, but they are telling we can eliminate the documentation. Therefore, both first and second statements are invalid.
Livewell Limited is a manufacturing company that produces a wide range of consumer products for home consumption. Among the popular products are its energy efficient and environment friendly LED lamps. The company has a quality control department that monitors the quality of production. As per the recent cost of poor quality report, the current rejection rate of LED lamps is 5% of the units input. Units input of 5,000 units of input go through the process each day. Each unit that is rejected results in a rupees 200 loss to the company. The quality control department has proposed few changes to the inspection process that would enable early detection of defects. This would reduce the overall rejection rate from 5% to 3% of units input. The improved inspection process would cost the company rupees 15,000 each day. How much is the current cost due to defect? Option A 50,000, B 45,000, C 20,000, D 5,000.
So kindly go through it.
Sir, option A, 50,000.
Why 50,000?
5,000 units, 5% is rejected.
Good. So what is the computation?
5,000 into 25% into 200.
5,000 into
25% into 200. Sorry,
5% into 200.
500.
5% into 2%.
Sir, 5,000 into 5% into 200.
Yes. How much the current cost due to defect? Am I right? 5,000 quantity they are producing. 5% is the rejection rate. 5% on 5,000 is equal to
250.
250. Cost per unit comes to
200.
200 cost of the company. Therefore, comes to how much now?
50,000.
50,000. Very good. Option A is the correct answer. Then, how much the revised cost due to defect? 5% become 3%.
3%.
Then it is the 3%. What is the cost now?
For 3%, 30,000.
Cost. How much the revised cost?
45,000,
45,000.
How come 45,000?
30,000,
30,000 plus
15,000.
15,000.
How come?
5,000 units.
15,000 is the implementing cost and 30,000 is the revised defect cost.
So 5,000 into 3% into 200 is equal to how much?
30,000.
30,000 plus we have to incur
15,000
Implemented
each
cost.
day.
total comes to
45,000.
5,000 is the correct answer. Good. 30,000 plus 15,000. Next, how much the net benefit of the company?
5,000.
Difference 50,000,
5,000.
45,000 is equal to net benefit of the company. Advice to the company is company should implement the proposal or company should not implement the proposal.
Implement.
To
Implement the proposal.
Benefit is positive, better we can implement the proposal. Next, how much the maximum rejection quantity beyond which the proposal ceases to be beneficial? How much the maximum rejection quantity we can accept now? Rejection quantity. Shall I show the question again?
250. 250.
Not correct. Maximum rejection quantity beyond which the proposal ceases to be beneficial. Beyond not difference only how to take. To accept the proposal.
175, sir.
No.
I think 75.
Why? How come?
Because the cost.
Cost what comes?
15,000 divided by 200 will give us 75.
Yes. If the savings in
Cost.
registry mean 200 rupees beneficial, am I right? We no need to incur 200 rupees, am I right?
Yeah.
Additional cost for the implementation 15,000. Therefore, to get back the 15,000, how many quantity should avoid extra? We have to avoid rejection.
75.
75 is the correct answer. Good. The 75 is the correct answer. Next, what is the accessible maximum rejection rate? That in terms of percentage rate they are asking.
1.5%.
1.5%.
Maximum rejection rate. Not incremental, maximum rejection rate.
3.5.
How come 3.5?
Hmm.
Three point five is the correct answer. How come?
So because we the 15,000 when we divide by 75, no, when we divide 70, one second,
Not much clarity.
75, 3 plus 0.5%.
Okay.
With the earlier, with that earlier question, when we divide 75,
quantity itself, no, total
quantity divide by
numerator defective, denominator total quantity. Compared to the quantity itself.
Sir, 75 divided by
Divided by
5,000 will give you 1.5. If we implement the rate, the rejection rate will be 3. So 3 plus 1. No.
So I think when we 75 divided by 15,000 will give us 0.5. That plus the new implementation defect
Implementation rate.
New implementation how much?
3%.
Oh. So comes to
3.5.
the maximum acceptable rejection rate. Good.
Sir, one doubt, sir. Sir, 15,000 cost only, no quantity by cost was. I'm not able to get
You have to compute into quantity. 15,000 is a rate cost you are going to incur. Am I right? 200 rupees you can save. If the product got rejected, 200 rupees expense to the company. Am I right? To avoid the same only, you are incurring 15,000. So 15,000 divided by 200 is equal to how many quantity? Understand?
75.
That's a 75 is a quantity wise. Now they are asking next one is percentage wise.
Sir, I can't get it.
Which one gonna?
This 3.5%. Can you say again?
Yeah, so the explain 3.5 again.
Sir, 3% if we have implemented that proposed thing, அதுக்கு 3% is a rejection rate. 0.5 75 divided by 15,000. But அவங்களோட question என்னன்னா 75 quantity, cost 15,000. How come quantity divided by cost or percentage?
That is for the previous question they are asking. Now Deva's question is last one. How come 3.5?
If we implement and the proposal, that becomes 3%. இப்போ maximum rejection quantity we can take only 75. So 75 divided by and the improvement cost 15,000 will give you 0.5%. So 3 plus 0.5, 3.5.
So ultimately, whatever the amount you have invested, you want to recover. Otherwise, the proposal is not beneficial. Everything play around with what? The 15,000 rupees additional investment.
Okay, sir. Good.
Understood now?
Yes, sir.